Okay, so guys, welcome to our last week of LDA for the month of September. Always got to do that every time I talk about the months because in Herbalife they seem to just go one the other pretty quick. But we're in for a special treat, guys. As you know, we always get the best speaker for you guys, and as there's more people on LDA, they're just going to get better and better and better. But there's none better than this bloke right here who's about to talk. On the Australian S&P, the Asia Pacific S&P as well. Real leader in every sense of the word. He's got an amazing story. I'm not going to touch on that because he'll fill you in. But we're so lucky to hear from him on a multitude of different levels. But his Herbalife wisdom and especially the numbers and how he crunches down someone's business and their organisation is absolutely crazy, guys. And we're going to get some absolute gold from Gav tonight. So I'm going to handball it over to him. I don't want to waste any of his time. I know he's busy drinking Cranbriellos. And we'd like to welcome up 15K President's Team member from Australia, WA, Gav Morgan. Woo!
Thanks, mate. Thank you. It's good, actually. It's giving me a break from the kids. Jess can have the kids for half now, so it's fantastic. Thank you for having me on the call. And we've got some active world team or future active world team on the call. Is that what we got? And supervisors on the call?
Yeah, correct. And guys who have done 1,000 volume points in a month.
Nice.
Future subs as well.
Great. Awesome. So, guys, first of all, congratulations for being on the call. And honestly, I'm excited because you guys are part of the newest presence team in Australia. So, and it doesn't just happen without you. So, congratulations. When a presence team happens, it's a team effort. I know he's like Jared is getting all the kudos, but it always is a team effort. So you should give your guys yourself a massive congratulations. So well done. And you will see Jared is going to be flying all over the place because people want to hear what's going on in your team, which is really cool. But I wanted, I'm going to quickly get into my story, but I just want to touch on something my good mate Gary DeBram used to always say. And I've been in business 15 years now, and you always talk about the wave. Yeah, the wave's coming, but I actually can really feel it. The last 12 months in Australia, it's been plateauing, and people have been sort of getting their head around how to do the business, and because we had massive growth in 2014, and 2016 actually was the biggest year of Australia I've ever had, right, in terms of volume points. But there's actually a massive wave coming. I can feel it. We've actually had, I think, over 500 spectacular tickets already bought at this time of the year, which is just incredible, guys. That just doesn't happen. So it shows you the momentum happening. So Gary used to always say, the wave's coming. So it's not here yet. It's going to get here about February, March. So now it's time for us to paddle. We have to paddle. Now is the time to paddle like absolute crazy so you don't miss that wave. You don't go, shit, what happened? That wave's gone. I missed it. So now paddling is the action, okay? So there's lots of momentum. Let's take advantage of that, all right? Just want to get clear on that. And so I'm going to quickly touch on our story over the last 15 years and hopefully go through a few key points that I think it's been beneficial for us to get to President's Team. And look, it's something that'll help you get to the supervisor level, the world team level, the active world team level, the global expansion level. It doesn't matter. Things don't change. So hopefully you can grab a pen and paper and take some notes and get some stuff out of it. So first of all, we started back in 2002, and it's really interesting because it was a time when the business was totally different. And I think the business is in a much better place now. And it wasn't the way we like doing our business. And I'll talk about it later. We actually find the way of doing our business that we like suits us later. So first thing, you have to find how you like doing the business. So what suits your personality? What suits your time? What suits your group of friends? So you have to work that out and find a way that you love doing this business, because that's what's going to drive you and keep you going. So when we first really started, we were heavily focused on, volume points, getting supervisors, making profit, and not really. And we were told, look, this is probably us. This is our fault. It wasn't our mentors or our upline. We were told to focus on people, but we didn't really focus on people's goals is almost all about us, about our goals and what can we achieve. And gee, we need to get 2,500 volume points, or when we got to global expansion, we need to get 5,000 volume points, instead of worrying about what our customers needed and what our members needed. Okay, so that was the first thing that didn't mesh well with us, and that's probably why we didn't do too good. So we got the global expansion team within 3 years. We thought we're going okay, sort of making $7,000 a month, but not really doing a business in a way we liked. We're on a lot of phone calls, talking to people we didn't really know. We didn't have a lot of success early on with our center of influence. And then because we started making good money, I want to take it back, just so for anyone that starts new, take it back. So our first 9 months, for example, we went to an SDS every single month, and we were 4.5 hours from Perth. So we drive there, and I played footy on the Sunday, so we'd drive there and drive back that night, so I wouldn't miss footy. AFL, you guys, if you aren't all in Victoria, AFL, and so we made a commitment, and we learnt, but we weren't actually getting very good. We actually, I think after 9 months we had 4 customers. I think the first 4 members quit, and our volumes were terrible, right? So take I don't know, not delight, but take something out of that and think, you know what, you don't have to be brilliant straight away, okay? You just have to work at this, and you have to work at getting better and better and better. And every failure you have, you just got to learn from. That's the key. And just another massive key was Jess went to this event in Vegas, Las Vegas. She was 20 years old. She couldn't gamble or drink, that's why I let her go. And it was an extravaganza. And she came back, and I don't know if you see people when they just sort of looking through you, her eyes were like she was pinging from this excitement, and she saw the big picture, and she was just a totally different person. And that's what events can do. So every single event, we're talking about SDSs, we're talking about the Success Summits coming up, we're talking about spectaculars, we're talking about extravaganzas, all that stuff just changes your head and expands your brain to a size that's never going to come back, okay? And that's what she was like. So we went well team the next month. So we did 10,000 volume points the next month, whereas we were like, seriously, 1,000 volume points was huge for us. But that was all down to attitude and confidence from this event, okay? And then we moved on to global expansion team. So when we're making around 7,000 a month, we thought this is pretty cool. We're going to be mill team in 6 months' time. This is easy, And we started spending like more than we were earning. Like started spending big. We were doing well. We had an investment property. We had a nice house, and we thought, we'll buy a couple more investment properties. We'll buy an off-the-plan unit, and things just crashed. Like the market crashed, and then we had to make good, and we just couldn't do it. So I think we lost about 250,000. I can't remember. It doesn't matter how much it is, but what it did was mess with my head really big time, and Jess's head. So we're like these, Herbalife is amazing. You've got to come to Herbalife, and all of a sudden we have no money. It just really gives you a real kick up the butt, and you're like, I don't know if I want to talk to people about Herbalife, because I got consumed by the debt. And I remember now looking back, Jim Rohn always says, if you want to get out of debt, you think about making money. You don't think about the debt. So all I did was think about debt. So you can imagine my attitude was terrible. And I actually stopped using the products really correctly. I was working for Johnny Walker. I put on 10 kilos myself. Jess put on weight. So you imagine you've got a global expansion team member. So he's end up not making money because our attitude affected our business, right? You put on weight. It's not a great advertisement for Herbalife. You don't want to go walking out there with your Herbalife shirt, because people are going to go, Herbalife, you beauty, you're on the weight gain, are you, mate? Yeah, I'm on the weight gain. So it was all about attitude then, okay? And then there's times that things happen that you just click. And for me, I don't know about you, setting goals and having a focus, having a reason, having a purpose is absolute critical. If you don't get that set straight first up, you're going to struggle. So your goal might be really strong to get active world team, for example. Brilliant. You don't have to have these. You can keep reassessing your goal as you tick them off, okay? But you have to have something to go for, and something that's really strong for. And for me, I think another reason why we didn't really go past global expansion team was because, you know what? I had a pretty good life. I had a good job. I had good income. I live in Australia where I know if anything happens that we're going to get free welfare, you're going to get free schooling, you're going to get free hospital, So you don't have this massive, like, I must do this. I have to do Herbalife because I've got nothing else. So we needed another reason. So, like, I would never wish this upon anyone, but I don't think we ever got this debt or this worry. We would never have been successful. So don't go out there and start spending like crazy to become successful. But just think about, you have to have this serious goal. So here's an example. So one day, a couple of things happened. I'm at the checkout. I've got $200 worth of groceries. I think it's Coles or Woolies. And I know I have no money. And so I use my work credit card to pay for the groceries. And if they find out I've got sacked, my job's gone, you can't do that, right? So I rang my boss straight away. I said, oh, mate, I couldn't believe it. It's the same colour card. I put it on the wrong card. Don't worry. He goes, don't worry, we'll get it sorted. It'll come out of your wages for next month. So I was like completely lying, to get through because I had no money. And then another situation, I remember we needed bread and milk. It sounds such a cliche, but it's true. We actually broke open Fletcher's piggy bank. I think he had $7.80 or something in there, and took that out of there to go and buy bread and milk. And don't worry, we'll pay him back in a couple of years. He's fine. He doesn't need the $7.80. But Jess, I remember Jess saying this. She said, "No, enough's enough. Enough is enough. I'm not living like this anymore." And so that disgust was her why. So I don't know what your why is and what your reason is, but that disgust got her back into action. Okay, she just said, "No, I'm better than this." And I actually wasn't there yet. I was probably 6 months. I still wasn't believing whether Herbalife was maybe the thing for us because I was so beaten up by this stuff that had happened outside of Herbalife. Okay, so from that, Jess went, "No, stuff this." She's back on the products, smashing the products, getting customers. Then she went to another event. And how cool is this? Christy Walsh and Rob Walsh would contact us over and over again, birthdays, Christmas, text messages, and we were so embarrassed. We were ignoring their messages. We were so rude to them. Looking back, we were really bad. But we wouldn't even send back thanks for the message. And then Christy, she reached out one more time and spoke to Jess and talked about this event at the Versace on the Gold Coast. I think it was October 2011. So to give you a snapshot, July 2011, our royalty check was $159. And that was a global expansion team royalty check, it should be more than that, by the way. Global expansion team should be $5,000 to $7,000, but that's what we were making, and so we were embarrassed. But this is how clever is Christy. She told Jess stories of people doing well. She told Joanna Gwyn a story, and she knew that would motivate Jess because Jess is very competitive, but also someone similar age that was doing well. She's like, things have changed. People are smashing it. So no matter what's happening in your business, there's always someone doing well. So you've got to always tell stories, guys. Stories are so powerful. So Jess went to Versace, and just how things fall in place at the right time because she was already ready. Remember, she'd already made her mind up. She's disgusted. She's going to make this work. And she saw Grace Nam, who's the Kim's from Korea's daughter, and she spoke about getting customers, involving them in the Herbalife business, exposing them to the opportunity and upgrading them to members. And Jess like, well, I can do that. Wow, I can really do that, okay? So what we did and what she did, at that time, was seriously focus on customer service. So go back to that where we talked about I focused on supervisors, volume points, profit. Now that there was a switch. It was on like, what do my customers want? So if Jared's my customer, Jared, what's your goals? You want to lose 15 kilos. So, all right, I'm going to do everything I can. I'm going to talk to you every day until you lose your 15 kilos. So that was a complete turnaround in our business. And if you do that, if you just focus on helping every single person other than you, you get everything you want and more. That's just, I don't know why, just that's the way it works, okay? So we learn a way to expose our customers that we're getting great results just to the opportunity. I remember we started getting customers come to us, go, I want to be a member. You're like, what? This has never happened before. And they started signing up, okay? And then about 6 months in, we're doing okay. We've got a few customers, got a few members, got some supervisors back again. Rhonda Hart, who's one of our 3 supervisors we had left in 2011, we spoke to her and explained to her because she was an unbelievable retailer, and Rhonda Hart's now a millionaire team. So she said, yep, I'm on. I love it. I love this way of doing business. And she went to the Versace as well, funny enough, because we were going, she went, all right? And so her business started cranking along. And then we got Ellen Blackmore, who's a millionaire team, and Jessica just sent her a DD saying about a Herbalife opportunity. Would you be interested? Yeah, that was after she lost 10 kilos, by the way, okay? And then 6 months in, and talk about goals. So this is my why. I'm on the couch. I'm still 10 kilos overweight. And Jess says to me, do you want to get your fat butt off the couch and join me in Herbalife? Or do you want to be the husband in the crowd clapping when I'm on stage getting my presence team pin? And she knew my ego is not going to handle that. I'm like, no way. I'm going to be in the crowd. I want to be on the stage with Jess. So that got my butt into gear. So that was my why. I'm like, shit, I have to get myself into gear here and start helping Jess. Otherwise, she's going to leave me behind. So that was a huge why for me. And the next thing that happened for me was, and I don't know how you do it or where you get it from, but you just a little bit of belief. Like we started heading back towards the global expansion team level, like 20,000 organization volume. And I'm like, wow, this is actually working. This is going to happen. It's going to keep going. So that belief drove me even further and harder. So you actually did more. But you know what? We just got to power on because it's working. It's happening. So you have to find a way to get the belief that this is going to work. And I think the best way is just look at Jared, for example. Look at Quentin, for example. Look at the people in Australia and all around the world having massive successes. Like it can happen. There's no reason it can't happen for every single one of you. So if you believe it, you just got to power it on. And that's when for me, that why and that focus and those goals are so important. So when it's raining, you still jump out of bed and you go to that fit club. So no matter what, you've got a call, set with one of your people and you just don't feel like doing it, you do it. You have a tea, you have a lift off and you do it because you've got these goals in front of your face all the time, okay? And for me, the belief, confidence, but also my attitude. Like you think about it, when you have a really good attitude, the universe just throws stuff at you. And I'll give an example. One of our guys recently, who's a Get 2.5, by the way, I did a call about the spectacular qualifications to our team, and she was so pumped. She was fired up for 2 days. And then she did nothing for the whole weekend. And then on the Monday, she did nothing. She was just feeling sorry for herself. And she thought, stuff this. And she got out of bed. She went and did 200 flyers, right, just to get her head straight. And the flyers may not have eventuated in anything, any leads or any prospects. But when she came back, some members had already placed a volume through her BizWorks, so she saw her volume jumped. She got 2 inquiries from old inquiries. Now, I honestly believe it's all attitude. If you have a positive attitude about everything and don't dwell on the issues, you have much better success, okay? And a couple other tips, guys, that along the way that's really going to help you. If you want to have massive success, you have to create duplication, okay? Now, you can't create duplication unless you keep it simple. So everything you do has to be simple. So these Zoom calls have to be simple that anyone can do them. The way you present to a customer has to be simple so that anyone can do them. So I remember when we first started, Jess was this retail whiz. Like every single person that come over their house left with an ultimate program. She would spend an hour with them and go through every product and go, this is what this does and this is going to help you and this is the targeted products. And they're like, wow. But you know what? Not one of them became a distributor. Not one. Not one became a member because they thought, I just cannot possibly be as good as Jess. So this is how we get customers around now. So Jared would come over their house. Basically, I spend 40 minutes talking to Jared, getting to know him, finding about his family, finding about his likes, the forming, forming and finding out what he actually wants. And then it's like, gee, mate, you've come for the products. Well, I use an ultimate. These are the flavors. How do you want to pay? Which one do you want? How do you want to pay? That's it. That's the presentation. And it's, obviously some of our guys do stuff like healthy breakfast presentations, but it's really simple, guys. So that means that they go away, and when you give them the opportunity to join the business, they go, well, actually, I could do what Gav did. Like he was pretty average. I could be better than him. That's where the simplicity comes in, okay? And we also had an easygoing attitude, and I think this came about because we got so low, and we finally got rid of all our debt, that even just making a couple of $100 retail was amazing. So, and we were in a simple situation that we were, the relief of getting rid of this debt, right, was so big that I was like, well, if you want to, the products are amazing. Do you want to be a customer or not? And I just didn't worry us. They didn't. And if they didn't want to become a member, like, well, it doesn't matter. And then when that belief kicked in, it's like, well, we're going to be successful anyway. We're going to be press team anyway. So I don't care if you jump on board or not. If you don't want to jump on board, you're obviously not for the business. Whereas when we first started, it was almost like grabbing everyone and like, come on, you've got to join. You have to join. And you're scaring the bejesus out of them because you're jumping all over them. But when we were like, had this attitude like, mate, this is the best company in the world, the best products in the world, the best compensation plan in the world. You either jump on board or you don't. It's no problem with me because I'm going to be successful anyway, because there's about 2 million people in West Australia alone that need our products, right? So there's about 10 million people in Australia that need our products. So like next, it's like next, please, okay? And last thing before I go and talk about setting up, guys, is you have to make this decision. Are you in or you're out? Like, because there's going to be hiccups. There's going to be things that come along the way that you go, gee, that was tough. But if you make a decision, you're in. So you're in this no matter what. So imagine, let's say like you're 30 years of age. And you go, you know what? I'm in. So you'll be press team by the time you're 50. Worst case. So the average time for press team is 13 years. In fact, that's over all the history of Herbalife. It's actually quicker now because Jared's a classic example there. It's getting easier to get to president team can be quicker. But let's say 13 years is the average. So let's say we're not even average. So it takes us 20 years. So you go from 30 to 50 and you're president's team. And that means the next 50 years of your life is going to be the most ridiculous life you've ever could have possibly imagined. You're never going to have a money worry ever again. Your family's never ever going to money worry ever again. You're going to be helping so many people change their lives. You're going to have like this massive group of people that have been affected on the product and the business opportunity, okay? And so the only thing that's going to stop you getting there is you quitting. And so when things get tough, you got to go, you know what, doesn't matter. So if you lost everything and you just start again, it doesn't matter. Because if you just stick at it until, you will be successful. And this is the number one thing I see from people, and our team especially, they ring up and go, oh, it's not working. I said, so what? Just move on. Go and talk to someone else. It's not working because they have this bad attitude. They're not in, they still aren't in Herbalife. Hopefully that makes sense. I know that's pretty heavy, but so I just always say, if someone's whinging to me, I go, oh, look, are you in or you out? Because I can't be bothered. That's pretty much what I say. So, and once you make that decision, you're in, you're bleeding green, then it doesn't matter what the world throws at you, because you know what? We're going to get family members that have a go at us. We're going to have friends that have a go at us. We're going to have people quit, but we're going to have a lot of successes along the way. And the great thing is when you have that thinking like we changed and start thinking about how we can help our customers, how we can help our members, geez, you get so much gratitude coming towards you. It's amazing. Like, it's huge. Like, when you help someone, they were so grateful, okay? So just to cap, my thinking is the why and the focus, the reason, it's got to be really strong, guys. You got to have a positive attitude, and it's okay to not have a positive attitude because we can't be up all the time. If we're up all the time, you just scare people, all right? Yeah, but if you're not up, you don't leave that. You don't go talk to people. You don't wear your button, all right? So you got to, and your attitude is only down for a small time, like 2 hours, not 2 weeks, okay? Keep things simple and have the attitude like, you're going to be successful no matter what. So if people join you, great. If they don't, great, okay? And then are you in or you're out? And then focus on helping people more than you, and you'll get it paid back massive, big time, okay? And then find a way to get the belief. For me, that was a huge thing, that when I had belief, I remember ringing Rob Walsh and going, Walshy, I got it. He goes, what? I said, I can see it. I can see it now. And once I could see it, I just went really, really fast. So, guys, just to finish off, we've got 6 days left, right? 6 days to end a month like Tuesday, which is, we've got a free kick here. We've got a couple of extra days. So I think it's a day over there. Is that right, Jared, on Monday? Public holiday, I think, or something. Somewhere is a public holiday. So we've got Tuesday is end of month. Anyway, so I want you guys to do a bit of homework tonight. Like, think, what could you actually achieve in the next 6 days? Like, cross out your goals, start new goals. What could you achieve in these next 6 days? And Gary de Bradman used to always talk to me about the ripple effect. So one conversation could have this massive ripple effect that you. So I talked to Jared in the street. You know, I'm nervous. I'm in a cafe. Jared's giving me really good service. I go, no, I should talk to Jared, but I'm just so nervous. You know, just go for it. Say, look, hey mate, like, can I talk to you for a minute? Your service has been brilliant. You would be so good in our business. Can I grab your number because I've got this amazing business. I want to tell you about it. He's going to go yes. Or he's going to go, no, it doesn't matter. But at least you jumped down and took that leap of faith. And you just don't know what might happen to him and his family and his community and even the state because of that one thing. So you imagine, like, the person put the flyer in our letterbox. Wow, they've changed so many people. I think we have 27 customer groups. I think there's 30,000 people on those customer groups. Like, we've got 700 supervisors. So and you've got 6,000 distributors. So that from one flyer, that's happened, you know. So you never know what might happen. Let's look. We've got out there for Herbalife at the moment. We've got the healthy breakfast promotion. So for me, what is this? It's just a conversation starter. It's a great way for you to talk to a customer, talk to a prospect. You're not going to believe it, Jared. You've been thinking about getting these products. You get on this healthy breakfast now, you're going to get this beautiful prize. Or you get an ultimate, you're going to get this. And you know what? It doesn't matter if they don't. It's about you having the conversation. So now you have a reason to ring them, okay? You ring him up. So, Jared, I just had to ring you because I know you've been thinking about Herbalife. They've got this great promotion at the moment, okay? The 200 volume points, the extra volume points above July, the Ronaldo pack. Again, talk to every one of your members. So you get a brand new member that you sign up today. You can go, you know what? You're not going to believe this. There's this promotion going. Your base is 0. Because you've signed up now, your base is 0. So we get you to 200 rolling points. So just an ultimate and another product, like ultimate a shake that's pretty much 200 rolling points. And we do it next month. You're going to get this unbelievable pack. Again, it's just a conversation starter. So it's a reason for you to reach out, okay? Now, the spectacular. I hope you've all got the qualifications written down. I hope you've all got know exactly where you're at and you're tracking it, because you can all hit this, okay? Because the great thing is it's a rolling 3 months. So you've got the VIP seating. So you sit on the couches, which is really fantastic, because if you sit on the couches and you go to the party, you can have a little bit of a rest there. Instead of your seat, you can have a bit of a snooze after the party the night before. What better place to do it on the couches, okay? So that's why you want to get the VIP. I'm jealous in the press team that the people have better seats than us. And the dinner, guys. So just know what the qualifications are and give it a crack. Like, don't go in your mind, no, I can't achieve that. Because if you have a go, that means you're going to attract new people to your business, new customers to your business, which is new opportunity, okay? So what have we got now? We've obviously got 6 days to go. Then we've got hails coming up all over the country, which is for a customer day to take your customers to show them. It's actually about showing them the business opportunity, to be honest, these hails, okay? We have SDSs, and of course we've got the Success Summit coming up. So if you're not a supervisor, you have to be a supervisor before that, because you've got this special, what's it called? Special time with the President's team. I'm just trying to, special experience. That's it, with the President's team at the summit, okay? And if you're a brand new supervisor, you actually get to go to that. So if you've got anyone in your team that's close to supervisor, you've got to talk to them about that as well. So there's so much going on, guys, but so much you can achieve. So let's say we come to Tuesday. So do you want to wake up Wednesday morning and go, you know what, got off that call with Gav and he talked about the next 6 days, and I got really excited, and then with school holidays, and then I just, had to wash the dog, and then I've done nothing. And you feel terrible. You actually have this feeling of regret. And what that does is it actually flows on for another week, because you go, oh, well, I've stuffed the last week up, so we might as well have another week off. And then you lose momentum. But if you actually really smash it for the next 6 days, and I'm talking about just the results aren't important. It's actually your action, getting out there and doing something, and your attitude will be up. So that means you hit October running with momentum, and that means October's going to be bigger, and that means November will be bigger, and that means December will be bigger, and you arrive at spectacular, not just by yourself, the whole team, because you've actually done something in these 6 days. That's actually what can happen. So it's down to you guys. Are you going to have the feeling of regret Wednesday morning, or the feeling of, you know what, I gave it a crack, so I feel really good about it? So I hope that helps, guys. I hope my little story helped a bit, and I hope you got some clues there. But I'm really excited about Herbalife at the moment. I'm really excited about you guys being the newest president's team. You don't understand the effect you have on the rest of the nation. It actually shows them and go, wow, this is possible. And you guys have been a part of that. So I want to thank you for that. We're really grateful. I know our team are really grateful for that. And thank you so much for Jared for giving me the opportunity to be on the call, mate.
No drama, mate. Thank you so much. You absolutely smashed that. That was incredible. I've got it recorded, and I'll post it on the group. I'm sure the guys will re-watch just to hash out the notes, because there was so much content there. That was don't even know what to say, mate. I'm speechless, and you know me. That's,
oh, good, mate.
That doesn't happen. So
I hope it helped, guys. It's like, I just find Herbalife this amazing opportunity. Look, and I honestly believe it's possible for anyone to get the president's team. It's stupid, I know, but Jim Rohn says it's just down to you. We have to get better. And one thing I will say, I never understood this you get better stuff. I'm like, why don't I just do more? Why do I need to get better? But then I realize you get such better results when you're better and your attitude's better. And so if you just focus on you guys and make sure you never quit, you'll be there. And you know what? We need more. Like Jared, we need more young people like Jared on the president's team. Our president's team's really old. Like I'm young at our president's team level. I'm like 48. So yeah, we need more president's team and new people and new blood. And sorry, if you're over 50, don't worry, we need you too. We need everyone. Thanks, guys.
Cool. Thank you so much, Gav. Thanks, guys. You have a good night.
Now we just go and finish off my cranberry yellow.
Yeah, smash it. And another bottom.
Have a great 6 days, guys. Bye-bye.
See you, mate.